Hi friends, welcome back to your channel. Sales is always fun. In this episode, we will look at an interesting topic which is sales objections. Now, objections is something that we come across right from our childhood. Our parents object to many things we do. As we grow up in the school, teachers, your colleagues, your classmates could come up with objection. And as we grow up, it keeps happening with our family, friends, colleagues, bosses. Generally with your friends, families, what happens is that we are out for a box fight. The gloves are on and how dare you object, and we keep going. But when it comes to sales or in your professional life, you cannot do that. Because the moment a customer objects, you say, no, you are wrong, you cannot say that. That's not the way how sales happen. So, how do we actually manage it when it comes in a selling environment, in a professional environment? First question is, what is a sales objection? Sales objection in simple terms is a red flag that a customer has raised, which you need to clear to pave way for him to make the purchase. Which means, yes, as a sales profession, we need to do some more work. Ideally, we would like that there should be no objection at all. Well, it's an ideal situation, but then customer being customer will always have some objection coming up somewhere. Many of us tend to get into a shell the moment customer objects. But my suggestion is we should welcome it. When the customer objects, which means that he is seriously looking into your proposal, he is with you, but there is certain red flags, certain things which he wants you to clarify. That's it. And also understand, before you answer the client has asked, what about the objection, thinking that he is very intelligent and he is smart. So no part of your conversation into proving him otherwise. Because with our friends and spouse and others, yes, we tend to do that, but not in the selling situation. And when does this objection normally come? Normally comes, yes, at the negotiation table, we would have it. And also when you ask for the purchase order. That is when the customers will come up with objections. Most of the objections are common across all customers. So which means we should have anticipated that and taken it up in the previous discussions. But somehow we missed it, but that's okay, fine. And the customer has raised the objection. So now that customer has raised the objection, let's now see what we need to do. Now, mostly what many of us do is the moment the customer says, I have an objection, yes, X, Y, Z. You know, we have been taught in our sales training programs, if the customer raises this, you should object, you should take it up by giving these facts. So which means we start ranting out for the next 1-2 minutes, a monologue. Not really trying to bother whether the customer is at it or not. We would say, if he says your price is high, no, mine is the best. I give you this, I give you that, I give you that. Hence my product is the best and the price is value for money. For this is the reason. Now maybe customer had nothing of that in his mind. You do not know. So what's the process? The first process is hearing the customer out. What do you mean by that is, one, let the customer speak. Don't interrupt him anywhere. Because as a customer, I would like to be heard out. I have a problem. I want you to hear it. Most disputes happen only here in life because we don't hear out somebody and we cut them off and we put in our point of view here. Don't do that. Stay calm. What the customer has to say, let him say. And when he brings an objection, lean a little forward. And then nod your head a couple of times, say yes, no, I agree. So the customer understands very well that he's empathetically listening to me. He is serious about what I'm saying. That's end of the day what any human being wants to understand. That I am being taken serious, which is our inner need. So listen to the customer out in full. Take notes if need be. And the most important thing here is, do not bring your ego into play. Keep you, the customer, and the issue apart. Do not say, I know you will bring this issue, you are like this, so you do that. Don't bring it any such thing. Keep the person apart, take the issue as it is in a non-judgmental way. So once you have heard through the customer, then ask him, did I understand you right from what you said? And rephrase whatever the customer said in his using his language or his terms. So by that the customer is happy that you have tried to understand him, and if there is anything missing in the gap, he will try to fill it up. Now, what we are doing with the customer is communication. In any communication, context is very, very important. So what do I mean by context here is, we need to understand with which context is the customer asking us this. What is the context behind? Like if I say somebody kick him, now you may say what? It's wrong. But if you know the context that the other person is hurting you, so give him a kick to save yourself, then you know the context, then you say yes, what I say is right. Now, so to understand the context why the customer is saying, you should avoid asking the why questions. It's very important, because the moment you say why, it puts the customer on the defensive. Now, why I'm saying that is, as a child, when you scribbled on the wall or on the table or things like that, your parent asked you, why did you do that? And whenever you ask a why, your subconscious mind reads it as, this guy is not approving what I have said. Okay? And it also means that I am stupid and he is intelligent. So definitely, because from the childhood, whenever somebody disapproves of what we have been doing, they have asked the question why, and this stays in our mind. It is behind our subconscious mind always. So avoid asking the questions starting with why. Probably you can ask with what or how will be an ideal way of asking it. Now you can begin by saying, I appreciate your concern, or you can say thank you for being sincere and bringing it out.